but the point's going to unlock, and now it's go time. The Dallas Fuel, they press the button, immediately initiating, trying to find a singular target. Decay caught out of position, but the Immortality Field will keep him alive. Now just waiting, seeing if they can find an opportunity to try and pick off one of these players, but it looks like the Shock have realized they caught Decay out of position. They bring him down. It's a brawl in the pits of Oasis. Right now could be anyone's game.
But Dallas Fuel have managed to turn it. They baited people in. They baited them in onto Decay and then crushed them with the tank line. Beautiful play from Dallas Fuel to start out strong on University.
Those are the kind of plays we want to see from the Dallas Fuel. It looked like Decay was just being left high and dry, but they managed to absolutely destroy whatever the Shock were trying to do. And now the crowd's getting into it. You can hear the chants. They are behind them. We'll see if Dallas now have got what it takes to hold on to this point. They have an amplification matrix. Crimzo unleashes it. Sinatra absolutely destroyed immediately. The burst damage far too much. And the Shock are wiped clean off of the point. Few stragglers remain, but they're going to be hightailing it back to the spawn room.
And that's great stuff from Dallas. They win that just off a single ultimate coming out from Crimzo and that very early pick onto Sinatra. Decay's in a position where he might be able to get a little bit of value out of the Deadeye, but they've got to be a little bit concerned about this Earth Shatter from Striker.
Oh! Takes the initiative, he uses the Earth Shatter Decay, using the Deadeye from the sidelines. He's trying to see if he can pick up a target, and there you go! Super goes down, you lose one of your main tanks, the fight is as good as dead. Troy's going to try and use the defense matrix to peel away for his teammates, but the Shock right now have not been able to get a foot in, but now they're going to be going against Sinatra using the Blizzard. Dallas Fuel answering with their own soundbite. Gamsu using a Fortify. He's frozen up though, and he will be going down. The Shock recognizing they have an opportunity here. Now the Ice Wall, and this is go time for the San Francisco Shock. They're going to try and collapse onto the targets. Trill being frozen up, taken out eventually. Sinatra finding another one. The San Francisco Shock do end up flipping the point in their favor.
But the Dallas Fuel are perfectly happy with that. Doha does not invest his Blizzard because they know if they win one more fight, they're in a great position to tie up this map. If they come back in and can find a good angle to use the Blizzard, or at least dodge this Nano Boost that's probably going to come out aggressively onto Super, they can start taking control back.
Nano Boost ready, Super's got it, he's speed boosted, he's sound barriered up, and he's running down the members of the Dallas Fuel. Already takes out one, takes out two, and 50% to the next Earth Shatter. He's looking for more, look at him, greedy boy. But the San Francisco Shock are going to be cleaning up the remaining members. And now the Dallas Fuel forced to regroup back.
And this is the next fight that really matters. Decay's sleeping on the job, but don't worry about it, he'll get back on his feet in just a moment. But this fight really matters. If the San Francisco Shock take this, they'll have the ults and they'll have control of the point. But if Dallas get it, the round could be in the bag. All comes down to how they use this Blizzard.
Doha has the Blizzard. He's trying to get the freeze onto Troy Homer, and it's a free Blizzard onto the decks. The Ice Wall goes up. He trapped them in with them. They've already got the pitch. The Dallas Fuel absolutely destroy the San Francisco Shock, and they're going to get the recap with 81% and counting. That was the fight they needed to win.
Now Gamsu has his ultimate. The supercharger is going to come online with only 10 seconds left. San Francisco Shock are going to be forced to attack here into the excess damage coming out from Dallas. They need to find early damage though. They can't just sit passively.
Well, the supercharger goes down. That's a lot of extra damage, but it goes down almost as quickly as it was put down. The Blizzard by Sinatra doesn't find too many targets. Decay and Gamsu are going to be frozen up. Striker looking for opportunities on the sideline. I don't believe what I've just seen. The San Francisco Shock have just clutched this.
The San Francisco Shock there, insanely decisive and got big value out of the Blizzard, plus the big Diva Bomb coming out from Chryobin. I really wish the Dallas Fuel had taken a bit more initiative with that. Gone forwards, played aggressive, tried to trap them in the choke point. Now they only have one more opportunity to tie this up. Otherwise, San Francisco take them out.
He's holding on to it, he's ready and waiting. He's looking for an opportunity to use it now. The Nano Boost being used as well. He's laying in the damage, the charge. He wants to be all the way in the back line. Earth Shatter gets blocked up by Trill here. Opportunity for Dallas to counter-attack. See if they can do it, and Trill hits the Earth Shatter. Super down, Architect down. Dallas Fuel have turned this fight into their favor. And with that recap, this should be their round to win as long as they clean up the remaining players. Great showing by Dallas Fuel, taking the initiative, playing a very reactionary style towards the end. Don't see much play time from Australia. It's hard to get noticed out there, but he comes up into the Overwatch League and
he's been hitting those fatty shatties.
He's really been shining. We'll see now as the team start to brawl up onto the point, onto the jump pad. The flashbang Decay from on high. Striker did not know what hit him. And this is what we love to see. Decay's McCree has been absolutely phenomenal.
Oh! This guy is unbelievable. Brand new superstar for the Dallas Fuel. There is so much talent on this roster now.
They get the initial cap. It's a very, very good sign. The Dallas Fuel, with the composition they're running, they want to be able to hold on to this with the Orisa, with the Reinhardt, with the Batiste. You have a lot of staying power with this kind of composition. You can see them on the high ground now. The Shock are going to try and which forces the Dallas Fuel onto the low ground. We'll see if they can do anything else though. Doa just searching for a stray shot. Forced to use his ice block defensively.
Somebody needs to drop down here and help Gamsu. He needs the rest of his team with him, but Trill has been slept.
Decay on the flank though. Flashbang comes out, hits off one shot. Can he hit up the second one? He can! Finds two, but meanwhile, the San Francisco Shock were absolutely clearing up the rest of the point.
I want to give Architect great credit for that. He slept Trill, I believe, just as he was about to drop down from the high ground to help Gamsu, and that's a player that we do not expect to be playing the Ana for the San Francisco Shock. He's normally a DPS player, and he's come in and he's already positioned very well, hitting these big sleep darts. We'll see how it progresses throughout the match, but so far, very impressed.
Architect with a nothing. Super most likely going to be the recipient of it. Dallas going to be, again, taking the long approach, just trying to play around this line of sight. Fortify used up, and now we see it being used. Sinatra actually going to be getting the nano boost here. He's in the back lines, trying to shred them a little bit, but he gets taken out by the car. Oh my word! Try and clean that off your windshield. You'll have a hard time of it. Decay ends up opting to use the dead eye here. The Earth Shatter being committed as well by Dallas. This is an opening for them. Charges being exchanged. And this looks like Dallas are going to be able to take this round. Troy Hogan going to be claiming the post-mortem kill there. He will be going down. But Dallas Fuel, a very good sign for them.
A very good sign for them. Great move by Closer to just shove that nano-boosted Tracer straight into the environmental kill. Incredibly unexpected. Was not anticipating Architect to even use the nano boost onto Sinatra there. It felt like there were so many better options once they had started the team fight, but they're confident in the individual skill of Sinatra. It would usually work out, but not that time.
A lot of ultimates now for the Dallas to defend this one. They have two support notes almost. Coalescence almost up. We'll see it. Just a minute. That's what they're waiting for here. Self-destruct going to be used now by Troy. Doesn't find any targets, and that's going to force out the Coalescence now, and the Dallas are still holding strong. Crimzo washing down the players of the San Francisco Shock, and they are still in control at this point.
I think at this point, the San Francisco Shock should be thinking about making a roster, not a roster change, a composition change. Sinatra on the Tracer hasn't been able to get much done, and the Dallas Fuel are just upping the tempo, playing aggressive.
Potentially last fight territory right now. Toa with the Blizzard, the soundbar used to initiate. Dallas wants to end this right here, right now. The Shock forced to use their soundbar. Now comes out the Blizzard. It frees up Super. Unable to take him out. The defense matrix from Choi is perfect. But eventually a couple of quick punches will do it. And the Dallas Fuel are so close to taking map one against the San Francisco Shock. Decay now on the flank, but Striker. A quick 90-degree slow by one. He's dead again. I don't believe this. Striker finds two kills out of nowhere with the nano boost. Crimzo desperately trying to hold on to it with the Coalescence.
I thought they were done. The crowd thought they were done. Dallas Fuel, they were so close. But the San Francisco Shock are a clutch team like no other. And at the moment, they're making Dallas Fuel pay for every single inch of this capture time.
I don't believe what I've just witnessed. In that scenario, to choose to use the nano boost on the Striker, to hit the headshot just off on the flank. That immediately turned the fight around.
That's the kind of play that keeps San Francisco at the top. Even when all luck's lost, they're straight back in it. But do not forget.
Doa moves over to a role that he's very confident on. But they know it. They pre-fired a corner. Troy, a little bit too smart for it. He knows the angles of which he's going to be playing. Trill, he has the Earth Shatter. Gonna try and get value out of it. He's gonna try and force them. Sinatra ends up winning the 1v1 against Doa. He hunts him down. Now he's got eyes. Huge Earth Shatter from Super. My God. And the Dallas Fuel have absolutely crumbled The San Francisco Shock are going to take map
Tank line.
We'll see now what the Dallas have got up their sleeves as the San Francisco Shock are going to start to roll out here. Pretty standard composition. They're going to be running the Reinhardt and the Diva super on the Reinhardt. We'll see them immediately. They got sleep at sleep from Architect, and that sets them up to take out Trill. That may have just cracked open this point straight away. Dallas Fuel forced to back off immediately away from the point. They have to play passive.
What a crazy play from Architect to just open that up immediately. He cracked it open without any kind of effort.
Oh my word, and it's all gone wrong right now for Dallas. They tried to re-engage, but Moth was there with the boop. He just pushed them all back. And Gamsu just a little bit too late with a fortify, couldn't actually get onto the point. And that is a very rapid takeover for the San Francisco Shock.
There's nothing to take away there from the Fuel as well. No mistakes that you can try and change. It's just take it out of your mind and go to the next one. Take a look at Moth here. Look at Moth. Great boot from him from the low ground, keeps everyone off the point. Just two clutch plays coming out from the San Francisco Shock support line, the best in the league. And that's it, point A.
Well, Trill drops down to try and engage here. Sinatra's on the high ground behind, and Striker is causing havoc on the flank here. Decay looks to try and see if he can take a move of his own right now, waiting for Sinatra to use his recall here, but the Shock have absolutely rolled over the front line. Dallas Fuel didn't know what hit them, and they go edging ever closer right now to the finish line, it feels like.
Well, Dallas has got some ultimates up now, though. They can start working towards this. They've changed over their support line. Crimzo and Closer are nowhere near their ultimates, but at least the other people are starting to take up. The San Francisco Shock, though, 4 ults on the board and Moth getting close to his. The sleep darts are all over the place for him from Architect.
Architect's trying his best Twilight impression is what it feels like, but
rotating up on the high ground, that'll give Decay a great angle for this Deadeye.
And this could be clever right now. Choi is going to be playing right now. Tries to do for the 180, but not good enough. Choi ends up using his South stroke, but too little too late. The Dallas Fuel have taken this point by storm. Wonderful setup by Decay. Sinatra going to be taking a 1v1 here. Decay just misses his flashbang. But it doesn't matter anyway, because the Dallas Fuel are going to be happy with just retaking and stopping the cart there.
I want to give great credit to Closer there, because he booped back Choyobin and stopped Choyobin getting in the face of Decay. That boop, so crucial, because it stops Choyobin being able to smother the Deadeye, and Decay gets off the kill on Striker and the D-Mech on Choyobin.
And look at this now, they're setting up for a brawl on the high ground. Super's on the low ground, and immediately the call has been made. They all want to jump and collapse onto Super. Striker uses the Deadeye but finds no targets, but the flashbang banned the hammer. No one expects that, no one at all. Let's see if he can try and win the 1v1 now against Closer. It's so close, but not quite good enough for the Dallas Fuel here, despite the fact that they end up winning that one. The San Francisco Shock are going to be able to finish this one all the way into the second checkpoint. 5 minutes in terms of their time bank. That is an astonishing amount that they have to work with.
It really is. I mean, for the Dallas Fuel, the good part is that this is where their composition thrives the most, and they have the tank ultimates needed, and the support ults are just about to come up to be able to stall the San Francisco Shock. But if the momentum keeps going, they're in a bad place.
Well, we see this, look at this, Dallas taking the initiative. They use the Coalescence, they use the Supercharger, they layer the ultimates on top of one another, and they force the San Francisco Shock away from the choke point. Much needed aggression.
Yeah, this is a lot of aggression, though. Dallas rightly backing up here. They don't want to overextend. Sinatra has now made the swap over to the Doomfist, trying to play a hero that has a lot of carry potential, clutch potential. See if he can get a pick with it early on.
Trill now waiting with the Earth Shatter. The Ice Walls is going to separate a lot of the San Francisco Shock here. No kill potential as of yet, though, but Sinatra falls and Super follows soon. They don't really need to use or expend any ultimates here. If they can get a couple of straggler kills, it'll be beautiful for the Dallas.
Yeah, they've managed to delay a lot, and I love the way that Dallas are playing this. Play aggressive in the choke point, use the walls to isolate people, and get Trill right up in their face. They're using the Moira so they don't have that nano boost, which you would normally expect to see come out. Doha, another sleep from Architect.
Yeah, Doha sleeping on the job, gets woken up. And now we see the nano being used here. Sinatra in the background. Look at this, he dodges the Earth Strike. Doesn't quite find too many other targets, but that's okay because the San Francisco Shock are there to clean them up. And look at the damage that's being pumped into them. Doha's just trying to stagger and stall out this point for as long as he can, but unfortunately there's not much he can do against the Rocket Punch. It's quite literally a fist made out of metal.
especially when it's nano boosted. That is a scary combo. But Dallas have still got time. This very small enclosed area is going to give them a lot of value for Doha. And the San Francisco Shock do not have a Lucio to speed boost away. So Dallas should be able to get a bit more value. Both teams now swapping over to Brigitte, not valuing that speed boost at all.
A lot going to be now on Trill and Gamsu to try and block this Earth Shadow from Super. Huge Bionade from Architect has set them up for the kill. Decay goes down, Choice Bomb kills Doha. This is a disaster for Dallas Fuel right now. And Super nails the Earth Shadow, clearing them all off the point. Only a few members remain for the Dallas Fuel. And it's not going to be enough. Unfortunately, one last ditch Death Blossom. Doha comes in from the side, but the Sam got pressure onto the point. Doha forced to translocate away. Gamsu looking for an angle to try and engage.
And this is Gamsu a note back on their signature heroes as well. They played Winston and D.Va for the Boston Uprising when they had a perfect stage in 2018.
Striker ends up taking out Doha. Good news for the San Francisco Shock. But the Dallas Fuel, all they need is one opening. And all they need to do is build up these ultimates. They're looking for the Dragon Blade, looking for the Nano Boost. The combo would be an absolutely deadly duo.
Yep, Nano Blade with EMP. That is the order of the day. They have 3 minutes to be able to build it up. Doha has been a little slow so far. They've been very good, the San Francisco Shock, at stopping him being able to farm their tanks. He's looking for a hack on Choyobin at the moment.
Look at Choi, though, pre-firing a lot of angles. He's doing that to try and catch Doha. If he can just catch him with one bullet, he'll uncloak him. Doha forced to translocate away. It looks like Dallas, they want to go right now up onto the high ground, taking control of it, pushing Super away. Super with the Bionade. Can't receive healing right now, but backs up to his team. And now Dallas, they want to try and go here.
Architect is so weak, he's been forced to use the Nano Boost early on.
And this is it right now. Striker, though, finds the kill onto the K, finds the second one onto Doha. Gamsu has the primal. I don't think he's going to be opting to use it. Just going to die with it, and that's perfectly fine. Ooh. Rascal, you're kind of nutty, son. I'm not going to lie. You're kind of nutty, but Dallas Fuel, all they're waiting for right now is this war chest of ultimates to come online, the EMP and the Dragon Blade.
And I thought it was a good plan, up until I've seen how slowly Doha has been able to generate his ult. And that's not Doha's fault. He is an amazing Sombra. But the San Francisco Shock, who were forged in the fires of Sombra goats, they know about the deadliness of that hero. And they are pre-firing everywhere.
Yeah, look at it.
There's not a single safe area for Doha to farm his EMP.
Bullets going everywhere.
They may only have one chance at this, Dallas.
Do or die for them right now. They're going to opt to use it right now. Decay comes in with the Dragon Blade. Nano boosted up and Striker. He puts an end to it. The flashbang shuts it down as quickly as he came in. The Deadeye just on top. Closer goes down. The peel is unreal right now for the Shock. They're keeping it up. They're keeping him alive. Gamsu can't do anything as he's brought down as well. The Dallas need to seriously reconsider how they want to attack this.
Striker single-handedly took down that push. The kill on Doha was already in when the Nano Blade happened, and then a perfectly timed flashbang onto Decay takes him out as well. Now they've got Sombra Tracer Dive. It's a similar kind of setup, but not quite as deadly. They're
pressing forward onto the point. Now you see the Nano Boost from Architect being employed. Just trying to peel them away. Only 20 seconds remaining now. Decay hunting for an opportunity, seeing if he can get a pick or two. Doha comes in, EMP is ready, but he uses Translocate to try and get it to the point. A critical error or not. Dallas, they managed to peel for it. They collect the 2 kills. Super goes down, not using the sound barrier, but it's too late. There's no way they're able to hold this right now. Gamsu gets the Nano Boost off. The overtime is up right now.
Never say never, Bren. Striker's still here.
Striker! Oh. Striker, I don't believe what I'm witnessing. There's no way he can clutch this right now. Decay puts it into it. The Dallas Fuel, they just have to finish on Super, and it's within their hands right now. Overtime might be burning, but the Dallas around the corner, but the forward hold here by the Dallas Fuel. San Francisco Shock are aware of it. Aggression is the name of the game. They force out the ice wall early. These cool downs are very important to try and unleash. And look at it. They split the enemy team. The Dallas are going to be going hyper-aggressive into the corner. They bring down Super. Exactly what they were looking for.
And Moth beginning on the Brigitte as well. Seeing if they can get a bash onto somebody, get a little bit more of that AoE healing as they're all grouped up, just as they come out of the spawn. Dallas know they're eventually going to lose a team fight here, but it's about taking time off the clock.
Yeah, and taking time, they have definitely done so far. Taking a lot of damage so far, just spamming, exchanging A lot of damage as it stands. But the San Francisco Shock have exited out of their spawn point, and Super finds the first pick. Though forced to use the ice block, but to no fruition, ends up going down. And that's going to be the San Francisco Shock finally breaking out of the spawn.
Crimzo a little bit late with that immortality field. Just didn't have the right awareness to be able to keep Gamsu up. It was a winnable fight for them because Crimzo also had his ultimate, but that ends up getting expended. Don't worry too much about it though. Matisse gets his ult insanely quickly.
Yeah. Very fast charge rate with the healing and the damage that he puts out.
But you can see Dallas's composition. It's all designed to go.
Shadow used here by Trill. Didn't really found anyone. The ice was only getting in the way, and now Super wants to run forward with this nano boost.
But they have no Lucio. They can't speed boost forward. So the San Francisco Shock just get completely kited.
But I think they're slightly okay with this as well, given the fact that they're getting a lot of free card progress. Now the Blizzard comes out, trapping them away, but the Dallas Fuel are the ones picking up the kills.
You've got to block though. The card is the objective. And Closer flies in at the last moment just to block, but Trill's down on the floor.
Trill down on the deck. Super brings down Crimzo as well. Goes for the charge as well. Held by one. He just pinned him against Gamsu. What in the Lord's name have I just witnessed?
Super with a 4K. He is feeling himself. What a huge play from that guy. The solo shatter onto Trill, comes back in, wipes the floor with the Dallas Fuel. It was nice. It was a little bit cheeky what Dallas were going for, but they weren't quite fast enough to adapt. And here's that replay.
Yeah, look at this from Super. I mean, he goes for the shatter, connects it onto two. Very respectable. A very mechanically skilled player. There's that charge.
Yeah, makes a pancake out of Closer on Gamsu.
Did he get it on Gamsu? Was it like a signpost?
No, it was on Gamsu.
It's just absurd, but Dallas Fuel going to be looking to try and stop the San Francisco Shock in their tracks. Already have a pretty decent point hold so far here. The wall comes up along with the supercharger, and that is so much damage. You cannot stay in the firing line of that. Toy's going to try and bring it down, but just sacrifices his mech and his body. Dallas Fuel, very efficient of them. Only a single ultimate use, and they're able to hold.
Yeah, great aggression from Dallas. That's exactly how you want to play this Reaper May composition. Gamsu is asleep again. Architect is he's the master of lullabies in this match. He is just like being able to sleep everybody everywhere. A lot of them where they've given up the high ground and are going to have to rotate around.
He moves to the high ground, but he gets whip shot off actually by Moth. But he has the ultimate available. Needs to try and bait out the bash from Moth. He doesn't want to get stunned up out of it. Now he's baited out the bash. It's go time right now. The Blizzard on top. Doha's going to be getting so much value, and they layer it on top. Absolutely destroying the San Francisco Shock. Getting the maximum value that they can out of those ultimates. And if they can get a stagger out of Troy Yobin, it's happy days.
So many ultimates expended there, though. I think they would have liked to have at least the Earth Shatter to have a chance of clutching the next fight. They've expended both DPS ults plus that Earth Shatter. They only have the Amp Matrix to work with. But they've been very good at just taking neutral engagements. San Francisco are running the Reaper May themselves. They've got to stop Choyobin getting into a good position. Just be pulled into the Diva to stop Choyobin getting the high ground. But see if they can demech him, push him away.
The amplification matrix was used there, but backed off from the wall. We see Super using the Earth Shatter, doesn't really get any value out of it. The Shock just trying to play really to their own advantage here, and you find that they do get the kill there onto Doha. They bring down the immortality field as well. It's a major cooldown down. The Ice Wall goes out, Rascal just freezing up the opposition, and the Shock are able to just win this without really putting anything into the fight other than the rally coming out from Moth.
Yeah, it was just a nice neutral engagement. They managed to trap Doha on one side and picked him off at the beginning of the fight. Crimzo's immortality fields are sometimes a little late, but I think that one actually just got blocked and then taken out of the fight.
Doha's sleeping again. Architect has been nuts with these.
He really has, and it slows down the Dallas Fuel. But the Dallas Fuel tempo, they want to get in your face so fast, and the sleep darts, they just buy time.
Well, Dallas have positioning, and now they're going to be using this supercharger. They're able to win the fight last time, but Big Bomb comes over, Closer goes down. It's a big pick-up for them, and Shock are investing everything into this fight to win it. The Nano Boost, the Blizzard, it all gets used. Super gets frozen up at the tail end of it, but at the end of the day, the Shock are going to be able to capture this second point up on Havana.
And I love that ult usage from the San Francisco Shock. Throw everything at the wall because you have to be able to capture point B and get that extra time on the clock. Can't be taking chances for the Dallas Fuel to clutch there. They were so close to their ults. But 2 minutes, this isn't one of those lightning fast offenses that we've previously seen from the Shock and the Titans.
Oh my word, absolutely absurd. But the Dallas Fuel now, they're trying to take a bit of aggression. Another sleep down to Crimzo. Again, just buying more and more time. The Dallas Fuel, they want to play this aggressive. You can see them going in with the Coalescence now. Crimzo trying to keep his team up. Earthshatter comes out. Doesn't really connect, but Striker wipes them out. Dallas Fuel don't know what hit them here. Taunting on the cart. The San Francisco Shock, I mean, they might be taking the villain title at this rate.
Look at this Striker 3K as well. He's dueling Decay on the flank, manages to push him away, and just finds the perfect opportunity.
Great shatter as well.
Yeah, at the same time as super shatters. It's all about the timing when you play that Reaper. But Dallas can still hold here. 1 minute left on the clock. They should not be allowing the Shock to full complete.
A lot of ultimates. They have the Soundfire, they have the Blizzard, they have the Death Blossom.
Blizzard
Architect forced out of position a little bit here. The Bionade is a little bit nasty for him. Super was peeling one with the shield. Nana Boost comes out. Super going to be trying to get some value out of it as he runs forward. Getting frozen up though by Doha. And now the Soundfire comes out. Dallas trying to counter-engage this one though, but Trill pinned up against the wall. Super's still alive. Super just absolutely working him in the neutral.
And Doha was so late with the Blizzard. If he had used it potentially when Super got the Nana Boost, they could have held the choke. But now Shock have pounded their way through the door, and it looks like the resistance is crumbling.
Decay, he tries so hard with the Death Blossom, but he doesn't get the value he was looking for. It was